If you've been feeling overwhelmed by the clutter in your kitchen lately, you're not alone. With all the pots, pans, dishes, and utensils we use on a daily basis, it can be tough to keep things tidy. But don't despair. With a little time and effort, you can get your kitchen organized and keep it that way. Welcome to Jensen's DIY. In this video, we'll discuss 20 smart kitchen organization ideas to maximize your space. 1. Declutter like crazy. The first step to getting your kitchen organized is to go a little crazy with decluttering. Get rid of any pots, pans, or dishes that you don't use on a regular basis. If you haven't used that waffle iron in months or years, it's time for it to go. The same goes for those half-empty spice containers taking up valuable cabinet space. Once you've decluttered, take a moment to wipe down all surfaces. You'd be surprised how quickly grime can accumulate in a busy kitchen. 2. Put like items together. Now that your counters and cabinets are clean and clear, it's time to start putting things back. But this time, do it with intention. Put all of your baking supplies in one cabinet or drawer, and do the same with your knives, cutting boards, and frying pans, and so on for each category. This will help you find what you need when you need it and make meal prep a breeze. 3. Nest or stack pots and pans. If you're short on cabinet space, make use of vertical storage by nesting or stacking pots and pans. Hang them from hooks on the wall or from a pot rack suspended from the ceiling to free up valuable counter and cabinet space. And if you really want to maximize storage, consider investing in some pot and pan lid holders. These handy devices can hold multiple lids at once, totally solving the problem of all those unwieldy lids lying around in cabinets. Genius! 4. File pans and cutting boards. If you're like me, you have half a dozen cutting boards and just as many pots and pans taking up valuable real estate in your cabinets. A great way to save space is to file them away vertically in a drawer or cabinet, as if you were filing documents. They'll be much more compact this way, and also a lot easier to grab when you're cooking. 5. Add riser shelves to avoid wasting cabinet space. Riser shelves are great for maximizing cabinet space. They allow you to stack items vertically instead of side by side, so that you can make use of every inch of available space. Riser shelves are especially useful for bulky items like pots and pans that can be difficult to store efficiently. 6. Use bins for small food items. Bins are a great way to organize all those small random items you keep on your shelves. By grouping similar items together in bins, you can free up valuable shelf space and make it easier to find what you're looking for when you need it. Bins come in a variety of sizes, so it'll be easy to find one that fits your needs. Bonus points if you can find bins that match the style and color scheme of your kitchen. 7. Use the same type of food storage containers so they nest neatly. Trying to find the right lid for your food storage container can be a frustrating exercise in futility. And even if you do find the right lid, odds are that it won't fit any of your other containers. The solution? Buy the same type of container. That way they'll stack neatly on top of each other, and you'll never have to search for a matching lid again. 8. Use the backs of cabinet doors for extra storage. You've probably never thought about using the backs of your cabinet doors as a potential storage area, but they're actually a great place to store things like spices and cutting boards. Just be sure to measure the door before you buy anything, so you know what will fit. And don't forget about over-the-door hooks. They're an inexpensive yet practical way to store things like aprons and towels. 9. Keep food storage container lids in a bin. Do you ever feel like you spend more time searching for the right lid than you do actually using the container? To solve this frustrating issue, simply gather all of your food storage container lids and file them vertically in a bin. You can even label the bin with a Sharpie so you know exactly what's inside. This will save you valuable time and energy whenever you need to grab a lid. 10. File fold kitchen towels to keep them tidy. This next tip is a game changer when it comes to drawer space. Instead of folding your kitchen towels in the traditional way, try this file fold method. Fold each towel in half lengthwise, and then fold it in half again to create a long, narrow rectangle. Then fold it in half once more, and you now have a neat little packet that takes up a fraction of the space of a traditional folded towel. This is a great way to compactly store tea towels, hand towels, or even oven mitts. 11. Corral kids' dishes in a bin. If you have young children at home, chances are their dishes are taking over your cupboards. A great way to keep track of their cups, plates, and utensils is to use a designated bin or basket. This will not only free up some much-needed space in your cabinets, it will also teach your kids responsibility. You can ask them to get their dishes out of the bin at mealtime and put their clean dishes back into it. When they outgrow their current set of dishes, simply donate the bin's contents to make room for the next size up. 12. Use stacking bins to make the most of shelf space. One of the biggest challenges in the kitchen is making the most of limited space. Stacking bins are a great way to do just that. When you're not using them, they can be tucked out of sight, leaving you with plenty of cabinet and counter space. 13. Grab a caddy for cleaning products. Cleaning up after a meal can be a pain, but there are some things you can do to improve the experience. Try keeping all of your cleaning products in one place with a caddy. That way, you'll never have to hunt around for a sponge or spend 5 minutes looking for that elusive bottle of dishwashing liquid. Everything will be right where you need it, when you need it. 14. Maximize space under the sink with stacking drawers. Under sink storage is often challenging because there is usually only one cabinet door. There are pipes in the way, and things always seem to get lost in the back. Stacking drawers are a great solution to this problem. They allow you to see everything under the sink at a glance and access it without having to move everything else out of the way. 15. Use stacking containers to utilize vertical space. One of the biggest challenges in keeping a kitchen organized is finding a place for everything, and one of the places that tends to get crammed full of stuff is under the sink. To maximize this often overlooked storage space, invest in some stacking containers. These handy little things can hold everything from cleaning supplies to extra paper towels and garbage bags. And best of all, they stack on top of each other, so you're not taking up valuable floor space. 16. Protect your drawers with drawer liners. Another great way to keep your kitchen organized is to add drawer liners. This will protect the inside of your drawers from spills and stains, and will also make it easier to clean them out if something does happen to spill, since you can simply remove the liner and replace it with a fresh one. Drawer liners are also great for protecting delicate items like glassware from getting scratched or chipped. 17. Use organizers to store Ziploc bags, foil, plastic wrap, and wax paper. If you find that you're constantly misplacing your Ziploc bags, foil, plastic wrap, and wax paper, or miscalculating when you need to buy more of these items because they're so disorganized, consider using organizers. There are a variety of types of organizers available that can be used to corral these small items so that they're always easy to find when you need them. 18. Utilize drawer organizers for silverware and utensils. Another common problem in kitchens is dealing with jumbled drawers full of silverware and cooking utensils. Drawer organizers are a simple but effective way to combat this issue. You can find these at any home goods store, and they come in all sorts of shapes and sizes to fit any drawer. They'll keep your silverware and cooking utensils sorted and neatly arranged so you can grab them easily. 19. Use an extras basket for lesser used utensils. We all have those kitchen gadgets that we only use once in a while, the ones that end up taking up valuable counter or cabinet space, even though we only break them out on special occasions. To free up some much-needed room, consider getting an extras basket to store these items in. This could be a small wire basket that you keep on a high shelf, or even just a box tucked away in a cupboard. Then, when you need one of those seldom-used items, you'll know right where to find it. 20. Try an in-the-drawer knife rack. If you're ready to reclaim the valuable counter space that's being taken up by your knives, consider investing in an in-the-drawer knife rack. This handy kitchen gadget holds all of your knives securely and keeps them out of the way while you're cooking. And since it's in the drawer, it also protects your knives from getting damaged or dulled by being constantly exposed to the air. And that's all for now. A well-organized kitchen can make meal prep a breeze, not to mention it'll make your whole house look neater and more put together. By following these ideas, you can turn even the most cluttered kitchen into a magazine-worthy space. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.